This one is The Blessing of Despair.
It was considered to be eternal. And before the Erd Tree, there was the Crucible, a chaotic melting pot of primordial life that served as the Erd Tree's primal vital energies. It birthed creatures of feather, breath, tail, and horn. Aspects of this crucible were considered to be divine. That is, until civilization advanced. And those deemed misbegotten were enslaved. For during Marika's golden age, aspects of the crucible were deemed signs of devolution, and those that harbored them, abominations. Many fell omen had their horns excised, and the few that survived were hunted by the omen killers, butchers of twisted conscience.
I actually don't know this lore really very well.
But then, Godfrey and Queen Marika herself gave birth to omen twins. If such powers could birth omen, then could they really be so far from grace? Was the crucible not at the heart of the Erd Tree? Marika's omen children would not have their horns excised, but they would be shackled far beneath the earth, so close to the Erd Tree, and yet so far. Eventually, Marika's faith in her own golden order waned. The rune of death was stolen. The first demigod was killed, and Lord Godfrey was exiled. Marika would go on to shatter the Elden Ring, spurring her children to action as the lands between lost its blessing.
It's done really well. Have you played Elden Ring, Josh? I just recently beat it on the DLC. It's my first playthrough of the game. It's a fucking masterpiece, dude. I mean, the game's amazing. It's pretty difficult, though. Oh, right. Beat the game, but not the DLC. I highly recommend the DLC. It's just whatever experiences you had elevated to another level of difficulty. Even traversing the map is harder.
In the Shattering War,
The fights are
that
more
followed,
epic. There's
only
more
Miquella would
intense
attempt
stuff
to bring
going on.
peace
More
with
mechanics,
his
more
Halig tree.
shit.
But the other demigods would
And the
fight
story is really
for
good.
the shards of the Elden Ring. Godric the Golden would attempt
Highly
coup,
suggest the DLC.
which failed, forcing
It's
him
worth
to
it.
flee
It's
from
worth it.
Leyndell.
It's a whole like
For a sibling
another game
had
essentially.
emerged from the sewers with the right to great power.
With
Rykard
the
would commit a
AK-47
grave
mod.
blasphemy
Wait, what are you
and
talking
seek to
about?
devour the very gods, just as he had been devoured
There's an AK-47 mod.
And
Stop.
Princess Rani, having slain her own flesh, would hide away. The fate in her stars
serious?
halted by Radahn,
That's so funny.
said to be the mightiest of the demigods, with no one as his equal. But Melania would journey south to challenge him.
But
Though
just
their
instantly
war
kills
scarred the land
anything.
itself, there would be no victor.
That's so
Meanwhile,
silly.
Moog would emerge and rip Melania's brother from the Halig tree, taking him far
Sup,
away
Melania?
to the seat of his coming dynasty. And so, Melania would return, carried on the back of a faithful
Oh, let me
knight,
summon my mimic.
to find her brother
You
gone,
both have
with all the
AK-47s?
Halig tree left praying for his homecoming. So in the end, there would be no victor, and the demigods lingered, without the will
Hey, yo,
or
we got
strength
this.
to change their fate.
They both nod.
And the Tarnished would return, wild exiles, now led by grace once lost, to break the tenuous stalemate.
It reminds me of the
demigods.
gun in Skyrim.
A stalemate
the mod
held
gun.
in place by King Morgoth, defender of the Erd Tree,
Say hello to my little
and
friend.
last of all kings. And as war continues in this broken world, all would ask themselves,
Hey, yo, Godric.
Queen Marika, at whom were
I
you
know
so
you're into
angry?
grafted things. Have you seen
Why?
this? Sick.
foul tarnished. In search of the Elden Ring. Emboldened by the flame of ambition.
Sup, bruh? It's your boy, conjure weapons out of nothing.
Someone must extinguish thy flame. Let it be Margit the Fell.
This was the first boss
In the years since the
that
stalemate of
in this
the
game I
demigods,
was learning, and I
Margit
was like,
Fell
damn, they
has
really,
appeared like a wraith,
really went all out.
preventing Tarnished from picking off his weaker kin.
But then I became a lot better at the game. Got him with the extended mag. It was really tough. He kicked my ass quite a few times, and I fell off the map a few times.
Well,
Like just rolling off of it on accident. Or running back and then seeing it and then falling off.
In thy veins, tarnished.
You see how there's a little place you can follow there? Oh. She greeted.
Luckily, Tarnished are no strangers to death, and they will suffer against their foes as many times as it takes. The Margit we fought here was merely an omen illusion, an extension of the man himself, whose true form resides in Leyndell, an
This one
omen
was
king
pretty nasty.
who would be despised by the populace if his true identity became known.
The one
But now,
here.
his only duty is to stop Tarnished reaching the thrones and the title of Elden Lord.
Did you beat Millennia, Josh?
In the wake of the shattering, the
And
land
do the
itself
secret
has been
medallion
scarred,
thing and open Haligtree
and the
all that?
well-traveled roads have all been obliterated.
That fucking bitch.
Now, sheer cliffs
That
jut
fucking
upwards
bitch.
into ominous skies.
Nice, sick.
The land of
What
Leonia
build did you
is
rock?
even slowly sinking into a lake.
God, that
And it's
fucking
here
bitch.
that we find
That was
a man
such a hard
cooking
fight.
prawn. A blackguard
Nice.
named Bogart.
What are you looking at? You trying to start something, mate?
Diaper and club. The
You're
whole
tarnished too,
game.
ain't you? Can you see it then?
Oh my god.
The guidance of grace, I mean.
Yo, the club's
I
got
can't
good
see it at all
scaling
no
though.
more. Makes no bloody sense anyway.
Did you ever get the Faith Club, the
Why some
troll one?
no-name shithead like
The
me
troll
should get
club?
called to the lands between. Cruel bloody joke, you ask me. Maybe something went
That one
tits
is
with it.
fucking ridiculous.
Maybe it's been broke for a good long time.
Many Tarnished were called back to the lands between.
Gideon, goated.
And here, their crowns would be warranted by strength and little else. Because, for all its claims to true order, the Greater Will did not distinguish between the Tarnished beckoned by grace, their thoughts, their ambitions, nothing
Is that
seemed
the
to matter.
prawn guy?
And what better example of this is there than the Dung
Oh,
Eater?
I remember the
A
prawn,
legend,
dude. I never
yes,
became his
but one
friend, though,
reviled by the
unfortunately.
masses, up until the very moment that his grace was returned. Now the Dung Eater torments the city of Leyndell. There's even evidence
Yeah,
that he
me
tortured
neither, bud.
someone at the fortified manor, where the true Round Table resides. It's
I
little
also
wonder,
never
then,
did any quests
that
with
his
Dung
vengeful
Eater.
spirit appears in our hub world, a place that calls to Tarnished of all kinds, whether they're legends or otherwise.
Or one of his many other names.
I need to warn
as
you
we
about
learned
something.
today.
A little while ago, someone started lurking in the wing on the opposite side of the round table. And I can hear, from all the way over there, the howling and wailing of spirits in fear of a curse. I can even hear the repulsive twisted malice in itself. A plethora of spirits in an unceasing cacophony. I can't even imagine. How much suffering inflicted to who knows how many souls. Not even the grafting caused anything like this to happen. You should keep your distance. I know you're strong.
I told her
but
to be
please.
nice to the blacksmith.
You'll get what's coming.
Oh my god, is this happening?
Have you ever felt the curse? With your whole being?
Ew, I can smell your
The
dung
box
breath.
upon life itself, feared and despised by all. The reviled blessing, Apparently not. You are but a lamb, a stranger to defilement, ignorant of your own ignorance. You no longer interest me. Be thankful of the hold serenity. It is all that keeps your death and defilement at bay.
There must be
The
some
Dung
kind of option to do
His only
things with
leaves a
Dung Eater.
lingering impression. His sword is fashioned from the backbone of a malformed giant. His armor resembles an omen, but with its horns cut off. His form reflects the landscape of his mind. That is to say, he is suffering, he is persecution. But he only has the mind of an omen. Others are born with the body to match, and are held to be a punishment for making contact with the crucible. They are
These
called
guys are pretty
misbegotten, and omen, and denied rebirth via the Erd Tree. For in the lands between, death is not the end. The Erd Tree is not just the dominant faith, it is where all honest
I know a
souls
couple people
desire
that
to
actually
return.
do
To be removed from the
RL1
Erd Tree's
runs.
cycle of death and
Wiglet's
life.
done it.
To many, that
Legend.
is the worst thing imaginable. That
Zakuna's
is
doing
the
it.
omen curse.
I haven't tried it
Here,
myself. I feel
in
like
the
it would
fields
be
of
way
the
too hard
Altus
for
Plateau,
me.
a second omen illusion
But
stands
maybe
watch.
I might get used to it.
And
I
it
don't
was
know.
here that a great battle was fought.
It doesn't really
to
sound
repel
fun, like
Godric
not
the
being able to
Golden
use any new
when
weapons
he
or
sought to
anything,
return
though.
to Leyndell. And just down the way, Erd Tree sentinels grasped torches that were furnished by Morgoth himself
Part of the reason I like the
to
game
prevent
is like
Black Knife
having
assassins
armor
from
and like
sneaking
using
into the
weapons and
capital.
stuff.
Morgoth gave everything for the Erd Tree,
I would love to do
only
like
to
a
see the golden light
dual
shining
dagger
in
or like
tarnished
double whip
eyes.
or double
And
curved
despite
sword or something
Morgoth
like that.
defending Leyndell against rebellion, blasphemy, and
Or a twin
assassination,
blade, maybe.
that golden light drives the tarnished to slay him.
That spell looks awesome. What the fuck?
I shall remember thee.
That looks awesome. I want that.
Smouldering with thy meager flame. Cower in fear of the night. The hands of the fell omen shall.
Oh yeah, Knight Rider, baby. That's the flail I used.
It's hard
For a
to
couple
go through
fights.
this world and not question the very grace that guides you. And so it is that many tarnished fall
You think
from
so,
grace
Josh?
once again.
I could try it. I just know that if I start it, I'm not gonna want to stop it.
Marika's tits. You must be hungry. Perfect bloody timing, actually.
Gotta finish Dark Souls
I
3
got
first,
crab,
though.
cooked up fresh. There's something I should probably tell you. You
I'm
heard
on
of the Dung
DLC
Eater?
too.
He's a madman.
God,
Has
it's
it out
dude,
for
the game is
everyone.
so hard.
Curses him. Goes round in his rank armor and all.
You suck
You
ass
see
in
him, though.
Bloodborne. People talk about
Stay
Bloodborne, but there's still no
well
PC version.
away. I was in the same
So I
jail as
can't
him
play
once,
it
so
right
when all
now, I
first
guess.
happened. He's a god-forsaken
I could
monster.
emulate it, I guess.
Not just some petty thug like me.
I don't know how good that's gonna be.
He's
though.
a killer. Kills people and curses the souls. Does all sorts of shit to the corpses to keep them cursed forever. I ain't seen
I
nothing
feel you,
more
bro. I
disgusting
mean,
in all my
I
years.
started learning how
I
to
ain't never
cast
been more
spells
scared neither.
and be a sorcerer and stuff in Dark Souls
Rooted
3
to the
and
bloody
a little bit
spot.
in Elden Ring.
While
So
he did that to my friend,
I also learned how to
and now I've
use
seen it here
dex
again.
weapons, katanas,
Never thought I
bows,
would.
thrown weapons.
What he does to those
So I know
bodies.
how to use like the
It
stuff
was-
in the game.
It was him. No question. That monster. He's lurking round here.
Despite the danger, Bogart remains just outside of Leyndell, his humble ambitions delayed by his fondness for crab. But you find a way inside, past layer and layer of the city's defense. Isn't it kind of strange that even though the tarnished are guided to restore order, that the very forces
have you tried
of
it,
order
though?
itself are placed in your way? You wouldn't have met him in your journey.
But have you tried
But
it,
there
though?
is a certain noble who yet remains in the city, a member
I'm
of
just
House
saying.
Shaneheit, who
You
makes
don't know
no
it
effort
until you try
to
it.
hide his prejudice.
Welcome, dear guest. After being out there, it must be quite surprising. To see our capital cradled by the Erd Tree, showered by an eternal wellspring of grace. The sights, the sounds, the luscious scents, each precisely as they should be, each eternal. Oh? Oh.
Dude, you
I
might that
didn't
might be an
notice that
avenue
you were
for you. You never know,
tarnished.
Josh.
Now, you
That could be an
mustn't take this
avenue
the
to,
wrong
you know,
way,
play these games
but
in a
you
new
must
way.
leave the capital at
Or
once.
try something new, you know.
It is for your own good, I assure you.
Same goes for like a rogue build, you know.
All
I don't normally play
things
rogue
have their
builds like
proper
ever.
place. We,
But when I
having
do, I
been
have a good
chosen
time
by
with them, 'cause
grace,
they're a new type
were
of
given
gameplay
this
style.
golden capital. You, on the other
You tackle
hand,
problems
have your own
differently.
home, which is a far cry from here. So far, in fact, that it cannot be further marred by
I
your
don't
touch.
remember this guy at all. I don't think I even talked to him.
For all its glory, the city of Leyndell on the surface is like a thin layer
That is
of
true.
gold,
That is true.
a
It is
coating
satisfying.
that can be easily
But it
scratched
can
away,
be equally satisfying to
revealing
kill
the
a
undercity
target before it
beneath,
even gets a
full of
chance to do
horrors.
anything.
Here in the sewers,
I killed
bowmen are shunned,
Agheel in
all
my
for
new
the mere
game
crime
Plus
of being born,
using Comet
simply
Azure
because they were
in
born
like
with
literally
aspects
8
of the
seconds.
Crucible. That same crucible.
I literally
that
just
was once
held
the
down the
primordial
casting button,
form of the Erd Tree.
Kamehameha, the
If only
fucking
the people
dragon
of
to
Leyndell
death.
knew
It was
the
crazy,
true identity
dude.
of Morgan,
I've never dealt that much damage before,
the Lord of
ever.
Grace,
Like,
who
it
now
was
rules over
insane.
the city.
Most guys in that area I one-shot
Do you
with
remember,
like the basic
back
dart,
at Castle
like the basic
Morn,
arrow spell.
that there was a spirit
I don't know what
who
it is in
feared
Elden
his
Ring.
body
I don't
being
remember.
eaten
I've been too
by the
Dark Souls
misbegotten?
3 tuned right now.
To him, there was nothing worse than being disgraced in such a way. But nothing is worse than the seedbed curse, which the Dung-Eater cultivates upon those that he kills. A tender pox, afflicted with omen horns, that afflicts the host in such a way that it ensures that the curse will be passed on to natural-born children instead, creating an infectious
Oh,
population
like in video games in
that
general?
will never know grace.
Yo, potions and alchemy, that's like the real meta. That's how I beat Oblivion Master Mode.
No.
Well, I didn't beat
Wait.
it yet, but that's how I'm beating it. Is I
You
use
have felt the
potions and
curse.
poisons all the
I
time.
can smell it on
Craft
you.
my own poisons and my
Box.
own potions.
Yet tender.
Specifically tailored to
Apparently
my
my
character.
seedbed
And I
is
just
ripe and waiting.
drink them all
It
up,
was a brief
spam the
respite, I
same
must
poison,
say. Go and unshackle my corporeal flesh.
along with
Trapped
100
in
in
the
every
sewer
single
jail below the capital.
casting school.
And so, whether it's out of fear or admiration
I'm a big
or sheer
caster guy.
curiosity, we descend below
In D&D,
to
like,
free
that's
the
what I do.
Dung-Eater.
Not the dastardly do devourer. Oh. The caca consumer.
On the way to the Dung-Eater's cell are the shunning grounds, where we kill the omen in the only home that they've ever known.
Let me out. Let me out of here. Must eat more. Defile more. Everything that matters to you. For generations to come.
A little scary.
Who are you? I've been here long enough. I will kill again.
Okay, so this is what I have to do in my
Defile each
playthrough,
corpse with
actually.
care.
Yeah, they
Just to
are.
be
There's a
sure
lot of stuff like that in
That
Elden
when
Ring.
they're reborn, they'll be cursed.
Damn, dude.
Along with their children.
Damn.
And their children's children.
That might just be a metaphor, bro.
For all time to come.
There's a metaphor in there somewhere. Me, I thought it was doo-doo, personally.
Oh, there you are. Pleased to see you. You must have expunged the omen from the repository.
Oh, I expunged it. alright.
Otherwise, their revolting screeches would still be affronting my ears. Well, you've done us a fine service, I must say. The Erd Bishops will be very pleased to hear it.
I didn't do any
No.
of this.
No, this is above their station.
I don't
If I
remember talking to
explained
this guy
that this
at
was
all.
all my idea, I could
don't
be
think I
granted
did.
audience with Morgoth, Lord of Grace. What a wondrous opportunity!
Oh no, I
that a
did.
Viscountess myself might be seen by the Lord of Grace.
Just not here. In the
The
other area
citizens of
that he was
Lindell
just in.
are
The
complicit
archive.
in perpetuating the curse of the omen. With this in mind,
But
the
I didn't do
Dung-Eater's
this quest
actions almost start to make sense.
I didn't find his
For the
prison
majority
cell.
of his seedbed curses can be found in Lindell, amongst the populace that, admittedly, deserves it the most. So there's a reason the Dung-Eater is lurking nearby.
No, Dung Eater! We should have killed him.
It serves me right. Fitting bloody end. For a jumped up little shit with big ideas. Help me out. Would you, mate? I don't want to get cursed. Just let me die. I don't want to live like this. Not anymore. So, please.
Defiled by the seedbed curse, Bogart is severed from grace, against his will. The Erd Tree rejects his body and soul, and so his grace is lost, just like the omen. What
Like
a
a
curse.
dung touch.
What a blessing.
Oh.
Must eat more. Defile more.
Ooh, that was cool.
I am the Dung Eater, a scourge upon the living.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. She's getting mollywopped. Oh my
I will
god.
kill you and defile your corpse. Then the pox will truly be your own.
Seems like a nice guy. I haven't fought him, so I don't know his kit or anything.
One day, you'll get what's coming.
That's creepy as fuck, dude. Holy shit.
All right, mate. Want some more prawn, do you? Never met someone with a taste for prawn I couldn't trust. We'd make good mates, I reckon. I'll be
That's so
seeing you.
sad. Not prawn guy.
Kill our lord. He is a stain upon all things golden. Kill Morgoth, kingly impostor.
Graceless, tarnished.
Hater.
What is thy business with these thrones?
Whatever, hater. Get down here, horn man.
Godric the Golden.
That was sick.
The twin prodigies, Mikola and Melania.
Man, that was a hard fight.
General Radahn. Praetor Rykard. Luna Princess Rani.
They're all sick.
Willful traitors. All. Thy kind are all of a piece. emboldened by the flame of ambition. Have it writ upon thy meager grave.
So sick. That sword is awesome too. I used it in the DLC a bunch.
Felled by King Morgoth, last of all kings.
Is it the shackle? I never used it against him. Which is ironic.
The thrones, stained by my curse, such shame they cannot bear. Thy part in this shall not be forgiven.
God, Vaati made this shit fucking really epic. I like the shield that she has. It's awesome.
May the curse seep to thy very soul.
The curse is said to be stirring within you. Of course it is, if you've willingly followed the Dung Eater this far.
Whoa.
So that at the end, a new order might begin. It's an ending defined by the curse that the Golden Order brought upon the Omen and brought upon itself. With a dead Erd tree, a pockmarked sky, and a festering population.
What
In
the
his
fuck?
insanity, the Dung Eater seems to believe that we're his equal. I guess, how else could we hold on to his seedbed curse and fight him off as well?
Well, this is
There
super
you
gnarly.
are. You warded off my blessing, despite the curse stirring within you. No one has succeeded in that before. How? I thought. Then it hit me that you are, in fact, me. And I am the Dung Eater.
What?
It is my flesh that must receive the blessing.
What the fuck? I am become Dung Eater. Interesting theory, but when did I ever eat poop?
An apt reward for thy brash ambition. I see thee little tarnished.
Sick.
The great rune in Morgoth's possession is the Anchor Ring. It is the foundation upon which the others rely. To make it this far, 2 great runes are required, but a third is needed to reforge the Elden Ring. Morgoth's. The other demigods all had what Morgoth was denied from birth: the Erd Tree's grace, a mother, and a fate to call their own. But while Morgoth was shackled deep below the earth, they threw it all away. So even though he was born a graceless Omen child, Morgoth tried to be the Erd Tree's protector. He was never loved, and should never have learned love. But nevertheless, love the Erd Tree he did.
He just
In
really,
death,
really liked
Morgoth's
the Erd tree, you know?
horns disappear. Perhaps it was one final mercy from the Erd Tree. Too late. But at
Not
the
looking
Erd
too
Tree,
good.
we find our path blocked once more, despite being led here by the Erd Tree's very grace.
Tarnished. Thou art but a fool. The Erd Tree wards off all who deign approach. We are all forsaken. None may claim the title of Elden Lord.
Wrong.
Thy deeds shall be met with failure, just as
She's like, shut the fuck up. Mr.
Give
Dung
me your
Eater.
blessing. Defile my flesh with the seedbed curse, again and again, until it is done. Until a cursed ring coalesces that may one day defile order itself. Countless I have killed, and countless I have defiled. And soon the fruits will be born. Hundreds will be reborn cursed. And they'll bear thousands of cursed children, who bear tens of thousands more. A few of those will be born just like me. And they'll kill and defile and bless in my stead. The rotten fools. My fate was the grandest, most brilliant of them all.
Makes sense.
Unleash it upon them! A curse blessings to war!
Whoa.
The creation of this mending rune requires someone to defile the defiler, creating a story that can be used to mend the Elden Ring.
So the world
Codifying
does really
these words of
change?
defilement into order itself.
That's wild. I've never done the Dung Eater storyline, so I don't really know. No! We became Dung Eater.
This mending rune of despair only exists because of the hatred inherent in Marika's Golden Order. It makes you wonder, why did it have to be this way? Why did Marika demonize the Crucible?
I wasn't expecting the
It's
Dung
been
Eater protagonist.
a long while, Morgoth.
That brief moment of tenderness between father and son raises some questions. Was Morgoth at some point shown love? How did Godfrey, leader of the Crucible Knights, feel about the Golden Order's scorn of the Crucible? We may never know.
I love the aesthetic of this.
Long and
Oh, Godfrey,
hard
it's
didst
awesome.
thou fight. Tarnished warrior, spurned by the grace of gold. Be assured the Elden Ring resteth close at hand. Alas, I am returned. To be granted audience once more.
Yeah, this fight was super, super fun. Oh, Josh, thank you for the 5 bits, man.
Upon my name as
Cheers, buddy.
Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. Enough of this kingly folly.
He's using all those old school Elden Ring moves.
A true
Oh, holy dung! Angelic poo poo. This move is awesome, honestly. Crucible Wings is sweet. I used it against Putrescence Knight.
All failed
It
to stop
turns
you.
your attack
In the
into
end,
holy.
a champion for the Omen, the Misbegotten, and Despair.
Curse you, Golden Order. One day, you'll get what's coming.
Originally, those born of the Crucible were considered to be divine.
Spooky.
That is, until civilization advanced, and those deemed misbegotten were enslaved. But then they fought, reveled in their accursed identity, and so a new order was created. One born entirely from the prejudices of the Golden Order that came before. Now,
We're going
all
full
accursed.
dung mode.
And for every curse, a cursed blessing.
Cursed to eat dung forever.
The fallen leaves tell
Super
a
gnarly.
story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord. In our home, across the fog, the lands between, our seed will look back upon us and
Elden
recall
Dung Lord. Asterisk.
the reviled curse that defined our age. The blessing of despair.
Well, that was fucking spooky. That was the Halloween episode. God damn.